Thank you, Councillor West. Nice to hear you mention Corby, place of my birth. Any other members? So, Councillor McRobb and Councillor Heckle.
Thank you, Chair. I'm going to speak about this on a rather different level than my colleagues mostly have. Very impressed with the technical detail that they've portrayed, and I can't argue with anything that has been said up until now. But for myself, I approach this on a slightly different level, and I wondered where to begin. And I thought I'd begin with pointing out that we sit here as elected members of a body that will shortly be abolished. We're also shortly to vote on which species of phoenix will arise from Rutland's ashes. And there are now 3 phoenix eggs on the table. One of them will soon be boiled, or maybe scrambled. But one thing that struck me was that the names of these eggs follow absolutely no naming convention at all, which is probably a fair indication of how much agreement there is between the different poultry farmers who produce them. But no matter, because although it's important that we have this debate, our vote tonight will not really decide anything. That ultimately falls to Councillor Waller and the Cabinet, although not by her choice, but by the terms of the legislation. Nor will Councillor Waller really decide the outcome. She will merely inform government which option she believes is in the best interest of Rutland and its residents. Maybe the Minister will listen, maybe not, but they'll have other competing recommendations on the table, and we can't control their thought processes or their decision. A lot has been said in the build-up to this evening about both the process and the choices, and it's clear that some wanted a Lincolnshire option, and I have quite a bit of sympathy with that, at least as far as Stamford is concerned. I'm with you on Waitrose, definitely, and healthcare too. I spend quite a lot of time in Stamford Hospital for various reasons. But now Lincs don't want us. So that egg has been taken off the table. Some clearly in the chamber tonight believe that our leader has predetermined this whole issue from the start. I don't buy that. Our MP has been busily campaigning to save Rutland's ceremonial status, but I don't think it's ever been in much doubt, honestly. It is clear that for many people, identity is something that really matters in Rutland, but I don't believe anyone can remove our identity if local people truly care about it. I can think of quite a number of examples around the country of places that maintain their local identity without having an administrative boundary that matches it. But I don't think those are the big issues. For me, the big issue is primarily about money. It's about wages in work. It's about the level of council tax. It's about our shrinking local economy, which Councillor Ross has mentioned more than once in debate in this chamber. Our ageing demographic and the social care costs that implies in coming decades. I think these are the most important issues to consider. What we desperately need is the fruits of devolution to unlock investment into ultimately Rutland. It won't be delivered directly to Rutland because Rutland as an authority will no longer exist. But which local authority we join is really just a means of accessing the new mayor's strategic resources when the mayor is elected and those resources become available. So with the Lincolnshire phoenix egg gone, we're left with one form or another of Leicestershire. Thank you. Without going into the same detail as particularly Councillor Corby has, I honestly believe we would disappear without trace in any form of Greater Leicestershire, so we're probably best served by the NCS model. Will the Minister give us that choice? Who knows? But I am confident that Councillor Waller and the Cabinet will be guided by data, by the empirical evidence that our officers have diligently compiled over months, and that she will recommend on that basis the option that best serves Rutland's needs and its people. And I earnestly hope that's also what will be on the Minister's mind when they make the decision that really matters early next year.
Thank you, Councillor McRobb.